Good morning and welcome to BJC Mitzvah A, number 120, part 2, using the Sefer Hachinuch. Mitzvah that keeps your soul in its way. The obligation upon the court, the Beis Din, to bring an offering for an erroneous ruling found in the third book Vayikra, first parsha of Vayikra. Laws of this mitzvah. The laws of the mitzvah include, for example, that which the sages of blessed memory stated in erroneous, that there are situations where there was an error in the rulings of the Beis Din, the court, which is the subject of this mitzvah, for which the Beis Din, the court, is liable to bring the communal error offering. While there is no obligation upon the one who acted on the basis of their word and committed the transgression to bring the personal offering. So it's just the court who has to do this, because of their ruling, this person made a mistake, or the people made a mistake. However, there are other situations where the one who acted upon the word of the court is liable to bring a personal chatas offering, sin offering. That's going to be mitzvah number 21. And they, the members of the court, are not liable to bring a communal error offering. These are some of the conditions that must be present in a situation. For the court to be liable to a communal error bull, and for those who committed the transgression on the basis of their word to not be liable to personal sin offerings, chatas offerings. The Chinuch begins the list of conditions by outlining a number of stipulations that apply to the composition of the Beis Din, the court. It must be that those who ruled erroneously were ruling as members of the court, the Beis Din, that contained 71 judges, i.e. the great Sanhedrin. And the head of the academy must have been present with them when they ruled erroneously. They must all be eligible for judgment, for it is stated in Numbers, if from the eyes of the assembly it was done unintentionally, which implies that the obligation to bring a communal error offering does not apply until the judges are the assembly's eyes, meaning to say that they are all eligible for judgment. For the Sanhedrin can be considered the eyes of the assembly only if it is comprised entirely of eligible members. The Chinuch outlines various conditions pertaining to the actual ruling. It must be that a majority among them, i.e. among the members of the court, the Beis Din, erred in the matter upon which they ruled. It also must be that they ruled explicitly by telling the people, quote, "You are permitted to perform such and such an act," the act that had been in question. It must also be that the entire community of the Jewish people, or its majority, acted and transgressed on the basis of their word. It also must be that those who committed the transgression erred due to the word of the court, the Beis Din, and not due to their own error. Also must be that they supposed that the ruling of the Beis Din was a correct ruling, and not that those who committed the act knew that the Beis Din had erred, but nevertheless acted in accordance with their ruling. Since in such a case, the sin of these individuals cannot be directly attributed to the error of the court, the Beis Din, they cannot be counted among those who form a majority to impose an obligation upon the court, the Beis Din. The Chinuch cites an additional condition that must be present in order for only the court to be liable to bring an offering, and we will go over that, God willing, tomorrow. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Future Mitzvah 36. 100 the goal. Have a wonderful day.